Welcome back. Linda Yaccarino, newly appointed CEO of Musk's controversial X, sitting down with CNBC today and saying that the company is soon to be cash flow positive.
I've been at the company 8 weeks. The operational run rate right now, we're pretty close to break even.
Close to break even?
Close to break even. We're pacing well. When you think about the cost discipline that I mentioned, and I mean incredible cost discipline before I arrived at the company.
She also said that X is starting to hire again after Elon Musk cut the number of employees from around 8,000 to over 1,000 now. Our Julia Boorstin joins us now to discuss. Julia, I guess my question is, Linda Yaccarino went in there with her advertising background. Has she captured the market already, or is it just too soon to say?
I mean, look, we don't have data on what's going on inside the organization, but the fact that she shared that they're close to break even does indicate progress. She also talked a lot about how they're working on things like trust and safety. These are things that are obviously big concerns with advertisers. And what she laid out was a vision of, and I'm going to use her words here, freedom of speech, not free reach, lawful but not awful. This idea that they want to enable really a free speech platform, but also create an environment that is very safe for brands. And that's clearly been a big priority for her, Steve. So it sounds like she's making progress and bringing more brands back on the platform. But it's mostly, to me, fascinating to see how this company will fit into a much broader company with payments, with video calls, and really going beyond just being a platform for communication.
What do we know about users and usage, Julia? Because I keep seeing these tweets out there from opponents or critics of X who say it's over, it's done. I keep seeing these tweets from Elon Musk about how either viewership or usership or liking or seconding, whatever he uses that term, is near all-time highs. What's the real story?
Yeah, I was looking to see if there were any numbers mentioned in her commentary, but I think the idea is that they're making it a safer platform. She said that people like the X rebrand. There was this question that Sarah wisely asked her about whether it was a mistake to give up the Twitter brand because it is so iconic, so popular, and many more people even know what Twitter is than are actually on Twitter. I myself find myself calling it Twitter instead of X now, even though it's been a couple of weeks. And so she's been talking about how people like that and this idea that they need to rebrand to liberate themselves from some of the restrictions of what Twitter was associated with, and indicating that consumers are on board for that. So certainly it seems like it'll be a process, but we don't have the kind of engagement numbers that we used to get from the company when it was public. I mean, we used to get daily active or monthly active monetizable users. And then we would also see the engagement because that had a direct impact on advertising revenue. We don't get it because it's those numbers anymore because they're not public.
I was interested, Julia, that just 8 weeks after coming into office, she gave an interview. How important is it for a media company like X to have a face that people can look to, turn to, or identify with? Is she going to be that person and help the brand out in that regard?
She is absolutely essential as the face of the brand, especially when it comes to advertisers, but also to big, high-profile people who want to be on the platform. If they're concerned that Elon Musk may be a little bit unpredictable, which is one word I'll use for it, unpredictable, they want to see that she is a solid, steady hand, making sure that it's a safe platform. She actually gave a really interesting answer to a question about her authority on the platform. A lot of people are saying, hey, isn't this all run by Elon Musk? She said, I have autonomy. I don't know if we have time to run that soundbite.
Elon focuses on product design. He leads a team of extraordinary engineers and focuses on new technology. So think about it as Elon is working on accelerating the rebrand and working on the future. And I'm responsible for the rest, running the company, from partnerships to legal to sales to finance, all the things.
And you have autonomy in doing that?
Yes, I have autonomy in doing that.
And I think that's really what this interview is about. She wanted to make it clear she's running the business. She has these safety issues under control. And Elon Musk may post what he does on the X platform, but she's the person who's making sure that it's a safe business investment for advertisers.
Julia, great rundown. Thanks so much.